We're on. Ding. Press. Dig it.
Thing.
Coordination.
There we go.
Organisation. That is.
Perfect.
Oh, look at her, good boy.
That is what you're here for.
So good boy.
Super organised. Good boys.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I've just watched. I just dinged at the same time that I just dinged on the live stream from the delay.
Oh,
I had to do it.
You're gonna do it again. Dingception.
Ding. Dingception.
Ding.
This week's review, Dingception.
If I notice myself do a ding, I'm totally going to try and do it.
It's
Oh, wait.
Inception, but in Australia. Dingception.
Ding. Oh, just ding again.
So, how have we all been?
I'm exhausted. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, pretty tired. Pretty tired.
What's the update, Josh? What can you say?
What can I say? The trailer is trailer coming out on Saturday. This Saturday, locked in. Definitely coming out on Saturday in some form.
Okay. In some form, so it could just be a clip.
Oh, it's more than a clip. It's more than a clip.
2 clips.
It's more than a clip. In some form. Also, GT Olympics starting soon.
Hey.
When's the first one coming? I bet you don't have a date on that.
Can you survive?
Probably. Well, it'll either be Friday or Sunday.
Oh, okay. Pretty soon. Okay.
Hence tiredness. And also, just work and all that jazz.
All that jazz.
Yeah.
Jazz.
Not jizz.
No.
And is that that was a pretty good segue, if I do say so.
Good boys.
Jazz.
Good boys.
Jizz. Jazz.
Oh, okay.
And then Coom.
Yeah.
Because of the film.
Yeah.
Definitely, maybe coming out, says Ackers. Probably. It's not Narnia, so it might be coming out.
I'm Cooming out.
Does it say it on the poster or something?
This is actually a French poster you've got here.
Oh yeah. Well, I did that on purpose. I thought I watched the French version.
Yes.
So I went all arty on it.
Parlez creators to
I'm just gonna leave
Supergraph,
it like that
No
because
Pires Voisin, and Sausage Party.
That was we
I like
for
that.
you blasphemy.
didn't translate
Pires
Sausage Party.
Voisin. T'as raison pour voir ce film.
So this is the first film on our film review
This
live stream.
is thank you to Jim, who was with us the other week. Now, I've just noticed as well that the follower goal is up. It's real wrong right now. It's real wrong.
Yeah.
So let's switch that off. There it is. It's gone now.
We actually have way more than 19.
Yes, it's actually 23. But if you drop in to follow us, like us. It's not a thing.
Like
follow us.
Subscribe. Follow us. Subscribe when we get the option to
Comment. Yes.
Like,
Let
subscribe,
us
comment,
know.
notify. Wait. If you're on YouTube, you can do those things. If you're not,
Yeah.
you can't. We're real tired. Okay, so
We're so tired.
I finished watching this movie about an hour ago. Carl finished watching this movie
10 minutes ago.
10 minutes ago.
Didn't fall asleep.
I watched half of it on the train journey home from work, and then fell asleep when I got home, missed the end of the film, and then woke up, had some food, watched the end of the film,
And I
and
haven't
made
seen
it to here.
And Ben hasn't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Have you not seen it?
So, yeah, of course I've seen it. I wouldn't be here if I hadn't seen it. I'll be
I mean, I would.
I mean,
I was about to say that is so Mac. So basically, my first thought, as soon as I saw this poster, I was like, I feel like somehow this is going to relate to us three.
Hold on, let's see if we can find a picture of the
I do hope
three
not.
protagonists.
So you're three protagonists.
Well, actually, yeah, that's probably true. They're probably not.
Shall we do a little run? Do you want to? Does somebody want to surmise?
Here we go.
Surmise what the film is about for the those of us in the chat who have not seen this film. We with the good boys.
Yes. And just an alert, there are spoilers.
The good boys.
This will be a spoiler-based review. Although, honestly, I wouldn't worry too much
If
about
you're
it.
watching a stream about a film,
This is quite a random. I mean, if for anyone who's,
come and watch.
not the lovely people who are usually here, and you've not seen this, and you want to see this beforehand, good for you for finding us. But also,
Warning.
spoiler alert.
Warning.
I feel like this is one of the tamest spoiler alerts we'll do, because I feel like the outrage generated by people who have this movie spoiled is going to be pretty small.
I do have a feeling they spoiled most of it in the trailer.
Well, that was going to be one of my talking points.
Yes. I watched the trailer after the film.
Yes.
So I haven't seen the trailer yet.
Oh, okay.
Either or.
Haven't seen it by then, says Akers. Bye, Akers. No, Akers, stay with us. You're better.
Yes,
I can stay with us. You don't have to watch the film.
He's just kidding. There we
You
go.
don't have,
It's okay.
but you don't have to watch the film after this review because we're gonna give you all the tea, give you all the lowdown.
We're going
Shall
to
we
give
start it off?
Yes.
I mean,
We've got the trio, who is Max, who is... Oh, God, I forgot which one's Max and which one's
Max
Lucas.
is the guy in the middle.
That's Lucas.
Lucas is
And that's Thor.
Oh,
right.
Thor's
Why is he called
the one on the right.
Why is he called Thor? Is that a real name?
I mean, it's,
I think it's
God of
something to
Thunder.
do with, I think because their parents are nymphomaniac. His parents are nymphomaniac. Like, utterly obsessed with sex. It's unreal. Which is quite ironic because Max is the one who's sex obsessed out of the three of them. So you'd think it would be, but hey, okay.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't.
And then Lucas, I just live for
Carl,
I'm
Carl,
sorry.
You're assuming that people thought about this for more than 5 minutes and wrote it on the back of a piece of toilet paper.
Work. I mean, do you know what? I will give it this. My favourite part of the film were the full-on, were the puns throughout. Like, I live for the puns. That was good, but...
Do you mean puns, or do you just mean that they make mistakes on how to say things?
Well, make mistakes on how to say things, but then, the clever play on, because obviously an adult wrote this. Could you imagine if these three boys were like, yeah, we raised this film for ourselves?
That would have been quite interesting if three boys had written it.
I mean, I would be seriously concerned and would be calling social services fully on the parents of these kids. But I mean, I enjoyed it, but nothing to rate.
Yeah, let's go through
let's come back.
Plot synopses. Is there a synopses that we can read?
I mean,
and also let's give a shout out to crew, director, writer, these people. We're a film channel, so let's shout out cinematographer and all these folks because they never get shouted out. So shout out to the cinematographer, shout out to the editor. We don't know what your names are, but shout out to you.
Shout them out.
Shout out to those behind the camera guy.
Yes.
I mean, a short rundown would be basically so it's basically a three-man, the Beanbag Boys. They're basically kids who are in the 6th grade, which I'm not sure what.
How old are they?
12, I think.
Oh, let's
no,
let's learn
younger than that. They wouldn't even be in high school.
Grade.
I think
6th grade.
I think
Students are usually 11 and 12 years old.
I think they are
okay,
12.
so it's year 7
the actors,
for us.
What, to their credit, all the actors are 12.
Well, there you are.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, not
But basically, they're the good boys. They're like that. They're kind of like the outsiders, but they're happy. They're content. But Max is a horny devil. But the opening scene of the film is just him looking at boobs on an animated character.
Isn't that on what's it called?
It's like a game. It's like a game creation thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me shout out. Let me shout out properly, people. So this film, Good Boys, directed by Gene Stupnitsky. Apologies, Gene.
He's a first-time director.
Written by Lee Eisenberg and Gene Stupnitsky. The director of photography, or the cinematography by, in this case, is Jonathan Furmansky. Film editing by Daniel Gabe, or Gabby, not sure how you say it. A bunch of producers, including Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg. So, but I get the feeling in the loosest way possible. And many more cast, but I won't read out all of them. But shout outs to cast and crew, because crew never get a shout out.
So hold on, can we just start by, when you watched the film, before you watched it, how much did you know about the film?
I only knew what Jiminy Jim gave us in when we had our chat about what film.
I had seen the trailer quite a while ago. I'd completely forgotten about it. And I feel post-watching this film that you're probably better off just watching the trailer.
So all the funny bits were in the trailer?
Yeah.
Even, I mean, isn't the end bit in the trailer as well?
Quite possibly. I don't remember.
I think it is.
What is the point?
It might not be. I need to double check it, but I think it might be.
The trailer was quite a good trailer. Hello, Janet Makes.
Hey, Janet.
What a film to talk about in front of
mums. Both the mums are in.
All the mums.
Both the mums. Well, their mums. My mum doesn't enjoy. No, she does. She does. No, she does support. She does support. But I feel like they live with me. They deal with me. They don't want to see me.
They want to rest.
They want a break from me. Everyone deserves a break from me. I want a break from me. Unfortunately, I don't have that luxury. Hence why I have mental health issues.
That's probably quite a good. Hey, there's a good premise for a film in that. Break from me.
See, now that's a game we should actually bring into our streams.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's a great, because we've got a list of studio albums that we made with Tash, shout out to Tash, who created our logo, by the way. We're going to try and get her on a stream at some point.
Should I just flash the logo? Look, there it is. That's the logo she created.
I can't see it. So.
It's fine. It went on Twitch and YouTube. That's how we feel about it.
Yeah, I can't deal with this. How bad my laptop is. Yeah, I can see it. Yay!
Delayed. Woo.
Thank you, Tash. Yeah, I can't remember what I was saying now.
It was a good idea. Mental health, break from me.
Oh yeah. We made like a full-on list of the the name of our studio albums somewhere. I can't remember.
Oh yeah.
But we should do like that's a great movie name, and start bringing that into our stream.
Yeah.
I like it.
We should have the great. Okay. This is
debut directorial film. Break from me. Directed by Kyle, starring Kyle. Created by Post Sanity.
Great movie names. Can I make like a list at the sides? Maybe I'll do that in the future. I won't do that now.
That'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
We'll have the great movie names.
And the studio album names.
And the great studio album.
Yeah.
Great band names.
Yeah.
We'll make it.
Now you're talking. My little brief thing about this film is, when you're watching it, you're like, this is basically Superbad, but just written for 12-year-olds.
Yeah,
it's the exact same premise. Basically, three misfits try and be cool, and then they end up breaking the law. And then, like, oh, I hate you, and then they go off and then they come back. Like, it's that kind of very...
When I started watching it, I was thinking, it's going to be Son of Rambo or something like that.
Son of Rambo is the one that I wrote down, yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't that, but I didn't know anything about the film. So when I was getting into it, I was like, oh, okay, this is different. But then afterwards, I was thinking, oh yeah, okay, I watched it the wrong way. It is like super bad.
Yeah.
But I think that's not my fault. That's the filmmaking's fault. I don't think.
Oh, we just shouted them out, and then you're just calling them out. Like,
well, listen. Can I just my
I understand.
my
It's
tuppence.
subjective.
It's of course it's subjective, and can I just preface this by saying, any movie that comes out that actually gets in front of an audience's eyes is an amazing achievement, because it's really, really, really bloody difficult to get a film made and get it out there. It's so difficult, so it deserves praise.
Because they even say that some of the greatest films of all time that haven't been made.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just which blows my mind, because I sit here and think, how in the hell? Like, sometimes I wonder, like, there's a film out there right now, like a script that's just sat in a. Like,
there's actually, I mean, this is tangential.
What, in a way?
This is a bit tangential, and I'll come back to what I was going to say in a minute. There's a thing in Hollywood called the blacklist, which is not the Harvey Weinstein blacklist. It's a list of unmade scripts, which are like the best films, the best unmade films that are just sat on producers' desks and haven't got anywhere. And it's quite a famous list. If you're on the blacklist, then you've kind of made it as a writer, and you might actually get other jobs based on being on the blacklist. But it's just that the film that's on the blacklist doesn't get made. And ever so occasionally, one comes out and it gets made, and you'll see them say, this was on the blacklist of films, and it'll be part of the marketing.
Yeah, I can't wait for the next one.
Doesn't necessarily make a good film. The last one that I can remember coming out that was on the blacklist, I think there's been more since then, but the last one that I remember is a film called Passengers, which Jennifer Lawrence and Chris, one of them, one of the Chris's, was in.
Absolutely, Chris Pratt.
Was it Pratt? I can't remember. One of
Chris
them.
Pratt.
They're
the one
all...
who was in Guardians of the Galaxy. Chris Pratt.
There's
Chris Pratt, and
Pratt,
Jennifer Lawrence,
Pine, and the other one. Which was apparently a terrible, terrible version of this blacklist script. Like, they just muted it and turned it into trash, basically.
That's where I don't like the influence of Hollywood.
Yeah,
I don't agree with the influence of Hollywood.
That is kind of what happens. But yeah, so anyway, this thing of like the best films never made. There is actually a list of the best films never made that exists within Hollywood. And I don't know if you can look it up anywhere or anything. Probably not, because they're all, bought IPs that are just sat on a shelf somewhere. But yeah, it's a thing that exists. Yeah, it is depressing. But writers can get jobs off of it, and that's something at least.
Yeah.
And they get paid. So that's it's better than the writers that don't get paid and create masterworks that just go nowhere. So that's something.
No.
And it is genuinely an achievement for any movie to get made, because it's really difficult. And all of that said, this is a really bad film. This is not a good film.
And the thing is that I think there were scenes that I enjoyed. There were
the lines that just tickled me. It was just brilliant.
Yeah.
It has some good jokes, and they're all in the trailer, basically.
Basically.
That's kind of how it is.
It's just like to the point that I was like, what am I watching? The first scene is Matt playing like Dungeons and Dragons kind of type game on his PC, and he makes a female like alien character super large, and then take that armor off, and then it's just Charlotte. And I'm like, I look at this boy, and he looks like he is 6 years old.
He does look young.
He's the one in the middle.
By the way,
picture above me.
Talking to people who don't get shout outs, people who do get shout outs, this is the exceptionally talented Jacob Tremblay, who was in Room and with Brie Larson.
No.
Yes. So this is an exceptionally talented child actor, which they've dumped into this movie.
I will tell you now, the acting for me, awful. Absolutely awful. And the problem is like, you're making 12-year-olds that look like 6-year-olds. That like speak. Jim put it perfectly. He was like, they're like 12-year-olds who sound like 25-year-olds. Like they're staying.
They are.
Like, as in the language that they're using is like 25-year-olds.
I think this
Didn't
is. I kind of get where Jim's coming from, but at the same time, I think it's slightly inaccurate. So one of the first notes that I wrote was
You made notes? I totally didn't have time for notes.
yeah. Well, I was like, to be honest, after 20 minutes, I was like, I want to stop watching this film, but I kept on going so I could write notes about it.
Oh.
I really didn't like this film at all. I'm not gonna lie.
All I'm going to say is now, Josh, me and you voted Booksmart, and if we watch that film and it's good, then I'm coming for your gig, I swear to God.
Exactly.
I mean, I wasn't the deciding vote, so it doesn't really matter.
Yes, you were, because it was 4-5. It was 4-5 votes.
There was only 2 from you. You were the only Booksmart.
No,
there was
no.
3.
Janet Meggs.
3.
Janet Meggs voted Booksmart. Don't test me, Ben. I have the notes written down here from the last stream.
I think so.
It was 4 Good Boys, 3 Booksmart.
So Akers makes an interesting point, and this was kind of going into. Akers says, "No joke. At their age, I probably use as much bad language as I did when I was 25." Now, so this is actually an interesting point. It's not about swearing. It's also not about the sex stuff, really. It's about voice. It's about the way that you use words. Because, to be honest, if you were just to speak a sentence as a 12-year-old versus as a 25-year-old, the way that you compose a sentence, even though you're not thinking about it, would be completely different. And that's where they sound like 25-year-olds come from. It's not because what they're talking about or what swear words they're using or whatever. It's the fact that their voice is that of a 25-year-old.
I think we've also... Sorry, carry on.
What I was saying originally is one of the first notes that I wrote is that the editors and the writers seem to be having a look at me competition, which is to say they want to be noticed, and that is wrong, really, for me. You shouldn't really see an editor or a writer in a film. You should just watch the film.
I can't remember it now because I watched it. I watched the first part on the train and I was like, oh, I need to make note of that in my head. But there's like a jump cut. Wait, that's it. It was this bit. This bit I loved. It's when, so spoiler alert, guys. When Lucas, oh god, it's when Lucas is told by his parents that they're getting divorced, and then the mum goes, "It's gonna be okay," and then it like slam cuts into them in choir practice the next day singing, "We're walking on such a," and he's crying. That made me like. That was hilarious though, because it was just it was like everything's gonna be okay, and then it's like bam, everyone's seeing Walking on Sunshine, and he's like, "We're walking on sunshine." So like that was funny. That was funny.
I think we've been spoiled by Stranger Things.
Well, yes, okay.
which has a Lucas as well, and
they actually call out Stranger Things within 5 minutes.
They do, yes.
Yeah.
And they did?
They did, so.
Yeah, right in the start, yeah.
It's basically the first time the boys get seen by someone else. Sorry, Dan.
Yeah. No, I think we've just been spoiled how good they come across, how natural they sound. What?
No, I just realised the moment when they call it the boyfriend of the neighbour.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah. It's funny because I'd literally written my note literally like 20 seconds before that was it's horny Stranger Things.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if it was,
that's a great porn film name, horny Stranger Things.
And then like 10 seconds later, it was name checked, and I was like, well, this is bad.
I think they had to. Otherwise
they're so conscious. Yeah. So conscious of
Yeah.
exactly what they're doing. It's
Can
not.
I say one thing that redeemed this film?
Okay.
Which was Stephen Merchant.
I feel like it's an
Which
abuse of
was-
Stephen Merchant, honestly.
It would have been redeemed, but he actually allowed himself to be persuaded by the American saying of.
Oh yeah.
I can't even say how they say it. Pedophile. No.
Pedophile.
You said pedophile. So they say pedophile, and he says pedophile, and I'm like, honey, don't be pushed over by the Americans. Be like, I'm British, so I say pedophile. Like if you're, because he's saying it, he's doing it in his natural accent. I don't know if he can do accents or not. That I have a massive issue with it as an actor. If you can't do accents, you shouldn't be acting.
I'm sure I've seen him do accents.
No, because you always do Southwest Country, my liver, and it gets on my fucking nerves.
That's what people
Ricky Gervais doesn't do accents. Wait, who else doesn't do accents? Christian Bale does do an accent, but he just annoys me.
What a selection of actors that is there, by the way.
Well, Stephen Merchant goes straight into Ricky Gervais anyways.
Well, it's,
But
gang, aren't it?
That's really going to bug me. Oh, wait, Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig I've seen do accents, not well.
Oh,
seen
yeah,
him
he's
do
in
them.
Knives Out.
Knives
He's in
Out.
Knives Out doing a
Really good film.
drawl.
There was another
that is the
film a
film.
couple of years ago that was in. Was it a Soderbergh film? I feel like it was another like weird, wacky Southern US accent that he did. Really weird film. I can't remember.
That's the ones I want to watch. Really weird film.
Really
No offense,
weird
Jim.
film.
This film recommendation was absolutely dreadful. I expected better from you, Jim. And
I mean, I'm
watch
gonna give him credit for chucking in Booksmart because I've heard very, very good things about Booksmart. I'm just gonna derive
Ben, I blame
the
you.
chat.
Good.
Chat. From
That and
last
Ben,
time.
I blame all of y'all. Not you, Janet Manx. You were on my side.
Is Llewellyn on the blacklist?
No, not that one.
Not that blacklist.
Definitely not that one.
So, did either of you find, because there's a lot of sex references with 12-year-olds,
Yes.
did either of you find it weird?
Mate, what I found really disturbing, like the thing that would disturb me the most, is that Thor's parents clearly do not clean their sex toys because the sex doll that Max pretends to French kiss, he goes, ugh, tastes salty or sticky, and then goes, why is there a hair in her mouth? And I'm like,
No, I didn't notice that.
Oh God, yeah. Do you know what? I blanked that. I blocked that out of my head.
That is
Now
so
that you've
wrong.
said that, I remember that happening.
I didn't notice that.
Mate,
Oh.
when I did, so the boys think this sex doll is a CPR doll, which is obviously hilarious. And then there's going to be a kissing party that they've been invited to at the Popular Kid. By the way, the Popular Kid is this tiny little Asian boy. He's brilliant. Like he's brilliant, but he plays it all like gangster.
I thought, yeah, he was good actually. I don't know who he is.
He was really good. But it's just the way he's like the funny moments for me is when Max goes over to him and he's like, do you want to come? I'm throwing a party, and he's like, yeah, I'll ask my mom if I can come. Like, but he's playing it like a gang. That's funny. Like that was brilliant. But anyways, back to it. CPR sex doll, and then Max kisses it, and he goes, "How was it?" Like he pulls away, and then I think it's Lucas goes, "How was it?" He goes, "Dicky, why is there a hair in her mouth?" I'm like, that is wrong on so many levels.
Do you know
So
what?
many
That is funny.
levels. It's
I
funny,
think-
but it's so disturbing. Like he's just kissed
Yeah, we
Thor's
get it. We
dad's
get it.
jizz. Oh,
Right.
or coom, or coom, if you will.
You had to spell it
Yeah.
out, didn't you?
Yes, of course I have to spell it out because I'm not being funny. They're
Oh,
trying to get
God.
away with it by making. Maybe that's what the lawyers were like. That's wrong. You can't do it if that way. So they're like, so what if we just imply it? It's wrong.
It's more images up.
The
Not
sex
that.
doll.
Oh, look, there's Stephen Merchant.
Stephen Merchant.
Stephen Merchant.
What is that? Goatee. My goodness.
We'll go back to it. Let's go back to it.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
Now that you've said that, I remember that happening, but at the time I blanked it out, so I feel yeah.
It's like it's wrong. There are some things you cannot touch, and
Kids is one of them.
Underage.
Is that where you were going with that?
Mate, that's wrong. There's so many levels of wrongness to
it's-
that. Like, it's
I,
just so
I
wrong.
honestly, I feel like this movie was. I mean, I kind of said it at the beginning. I feel like this movie was a back of
Oh, here we go.
a back of a serviette pitch of like, wouldn't it be funny to have a bunch of kids discover one of their parents' sex toy collection and then stuff happens, and that morphed into, and then they came up with like they have to go to a kissing party and all the other stuff. But actually, it's just a bunch of 12-year-olds running around with sex toys that they don't understand what they are for like an hour or
I
something.
mean, it's the
You
fact
know.
that Mr. Stephen Merchant character comes around to collect a playing card, a rare playing card, from the boys, and they go, "We need to get weapons," and then bam, slam cut to sex toys, like a gimp mask.
Yeah. Honestly,
I'm like-
if they'd done Home Alone but with like, sex toys, that would have been quite a funny film.
Basically,
That would have been a funnier version of this film, but it wasn't. It really wasn't. I think the joke works once. You know, that initial slam cut of like, here's all the weapons. That's quite funny. It's also in the trailer.
oh,
Beyond that, not funny anymore.
Yeah.
and I mean, what also kind of sums up this film, like the level of wrongness, is Thor wants, like Thor. So basically, Thor wants to be a singer and has a beautiful voice, and he wants to. Thanks, Janet. Janet says, "I'm always on your side, Kyle. See, Ben, take after your mother, please." But he wants to be a singer, and so he wants to audition for Rock of Ages, and they're doing Rock of Ages, and I'm guessing it's like middle school, whatever it is in America, and he's literally like snorting cocaine, and then at the end, like afterwards, Max goes to him, when you stabbed that pimp, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like they're just going for cringe humor, and it's like,
that whole song at the end, that was dreadful.
Mm.
I mean, it was so. There are certain. I think I have a problem with quite a lot of the style, how it was done.
Yeah.
It sort of seemed like they were going for like Hot Fuzz style.
Yeah.
yes,
Like,
yes.
The first time you see it, it's about probably 10 minutes in, maybe, and it's like a weird sound effect, and it goes to a shot of the older sister. And
Yeah.
it was so weird,
Oh,
just
yeah.
completely out of nowhere, and it was like a cheesy sound effect. I mean, you can do those like really well, but you can't just like do it 10 minutes in and it's like out of
Mhm.
nowhere. And then it was like throughout the film there were like these weird bits that were trying to be cool, but it wasn't really consistent.
Yeah. That's kind of
I
what I
think
was
they just
saying.
needed to pick something.
I think that's kind of what I was
mean-
saying about the editors and the writers want to be seen. Okay, we talked about the writers, but yeah, the editing is very much like, look at me, look at me.
I think that's also down to direction as well, I think.
Oh,
Well, yeah.
Janet Minks says, "Why do you think Jim recommended it?"
That is
That's a
that's
question
it.
Jim needs to answer.
interesting question.
I mean, to be fair, Jim did say like he enjoyed it, I think, but he was intrigued to
must
see
have
our take on it.
Yeah.
But
to
he-
be
I think
honest,
He
yeah.
hated it.
But what's
and it was
strange-
like, oh,
But what's strange is he recommended two films that like it's one about the male journey of growing up and wanting to be a cool kid, and then it's a flip version of the like female journey, but on a different way. So it's kind of like making young boys grown up, and then it's making grown up girls young down. So he's given us two like
Coming of age
polar
stories.
opposite. Yeah, like literally, yeah, exactly that. But on like different sides of the spectrum as well. But
do you know what? I also am starting to get really pissed off with people using drones in films.
oh my god,
It's
it's like a
overdue.
fashion trend.
Mm.
Yeah, and it's like, why?
It's like a
I mean,
get out of jail free card. Just put
yeah,
in a drone.
and he was.
Oh, one thing I found really weird. What I found really weird is the dad. When when he
What,
literally
his
goes,
reaction?
well, it's his reaction. It's what he says. He goes that so basically Max, so sorry. Let's break this down to make it clear for the audience.
This is right at the beginning, right?
Tonight. So no, this is the drone thing. No, it's
okay.
when the dad comes back.
Right.
So basically, Max uses his drone to try and spy on this one of the neighbors who is dating a drug dealer, and to see them kiss so that they can learn how to kiss. This is after they've already searched porn and what is suggested that they've seen a woman get fisted. This film is wrong on so many levels.
So the joke in
many levels.
The joke in that there wasn't much kissing going on and then not on the mouth. That's a good joke. That's a good joke. It's not appropriate, but it's a good joke. What was
a good joke actually is it just cuts to like type in boob and it goes breast cancer, like cancer research, and then they go. I think Lucas goes or Thor goes. I know what we could do, and then it slam cuts to the search bar. It goes PORB. Delete the B N. Like that was funny. I like that. Like that was clever. And that's the editors going, look at us. But
I was like,
it wasn't that
advanced.
It was. Well, it was. I liked it.
I think he's talking about in terms of the idea as opposed to the technical execution. The technical execution is obviously a piece of piss, but the idea is more conceptual.
Conceptual. But so then Max uses his dad's drone to spy on his neighbor, like a dirty little pervert. That I really enjoyed. So the girls trap it, as you can see. The girls trap, so the drug dealer leaves, and then that's her like best friend, and the boys are like, the girls are gonna kiss. Keep it going. Then they trap it, and the boys are like, they knock on the door, and they're like, we were following the family of turtles, and then it just flew into blah blah blah. And the girls just, what's brilliant is the girls go, you're a little misogynist. We're going to teach you a lesson. And then it basically becomes a story of like replacing the drone that was destroyed whilst keeping the drugs that the girls have on them to stop them from having drugs.
Replacing the drone.
And then replacing the drone. No.
Like half this movie is this plot line of them replacing this drone.
It's literally super bad. It is literally super bad, but for 12-year-olds.
It's Seth Rogen, so...
Well, it's not. Exactly. I think this is the thing.
Like one note things, like typecasting Hollywood. He produces the same shit that he stars in.
Yeah. I feel like he's like barely attached to this film, though, honestly. And I've seen like far better Seth Rogen films.
He's producer. If he was barely attached to it, it would have been executive producer or something like that. But
no, not necessarily. Not necessarily. There's producer...
The executive would do less.
The executive, that's what Kyle was saying. Executive would do less, but there's like 10 producers on this movie. Let me count.
The 4 that are mainly listed straight on iTunes. Seth Rogen's the third name.
3, but they always put him at the top because he's the most recognizable.
5, 6, 7.
Yeah, but he's not even at the top. He's third.
7 non-executives and 3 executives. There's 7 non-executive and 3 executive producers on this film. There's a bunch.
I feel like Seth Rogen most probably knows the writer who most probably did something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look who these guys are. Lee Eisenberg. I definitely know that name. Produced The Office, the American Office.
Oh God! See, now it makes sense. That's why Stephen Merchant's in it as well.
Yeah.
God's sake.
That's true.
Right. I'm gonna say this now. I had to study The Office for my media GCSE and A levels. I cannot stand Ricky Gervais. I think he's a terrible actor, terrible comedian. Don't like him.
Is that because
you
studied it?
No, I mean it made it worse because I had to watch this shit comedy constantly over and over again, same episode, and it's like this isn't funny. This is just he's just an actual twat. And that's meant to be I was like, no, that's not funny. I don't understand how he's famous. I genuinely don't. He's an actual twat. But then Americans took it and then did what Americans do best, rinse it dry, and then destroy it.
Do you want?
I mean,
Do you want the biggest surprise that I've just noticed?
please don't tell me it's someone good.
No, there is an Indian version of The Office
No.
set in Delhi.
Really? Oh my god.
Interesting.
Okay. Should we get pictures of
How
that instead?
fascinating!
Can we watch that instead? I'd rather watch that than this
Jagdeep
film again.
Chadha. Wow,
Well,
Can
we're
I just
watching
say,
this
I
again.
had to,
that's probably
and
hilarious.
also, Jim, you owe me £8 because I had to buy this film to
Oh
watch it.
no!
Oh, it's available on streaming, liar.
Goodbye. So the link with these guys seems to be The Office. I'm sure I've so the
Because
director directed episodes of
if
The
that's
Office.
the point, if The Office, I hate Ricky Gervais, that's fine, that's perfect. Then they nailed it. The problem is, it's meant to be funny. Sorry, Aka's
No,
just
you're
said in the
supposed to
chat.
hate him.
Yeah, no,
You're
but I
supposed
do
to-
hate him. But it's not funny. He's not funny. Like, I don't laugh. I just go, you're annoying. Whereas you're meant to hate him, but you're meant to laugh at him. But I don't laugh at him. I just go, this is pathetic.
I think it.
I really don't like Ricky Gervais. Can you tell?
We
Can you tell?
couldn't tell. We're surprised.
Cut to me in the future when I'm a successful, like, Post Sanity, like, goes global, and then I have to, like, have an interview with Ricky Gervais or something. I'm like, I don't like you. Go away. I'm Luigi. Leave me alone. I look like Luigi with this tash.
It's a me. You need
Luigi.
You need a hat, one of those hats.
What if I do it like this so you can't tell that I haven't got it on? It's me, Luigi.
Oh my god.
My ADHD is kicking in.
I suspect we can see more of your screen than you think we can. If you're going, let me do this so you can't see.
Oh, no, wait.
You're still fully in. Oh, there you are. There he is.
Actually,
Actually, with the
I
headphones.
wondered what he was trying to do.
With the headphones, kind of works. It could be you. Now, there's a movie worth reviewing. Did you know that there's a Mario Brothers movie with...
Yes,
Oh, what's his name? Bob Hoskin, is it? Is it Bob Hoskin?
I think so. I've seen it ages ago. It's like a proper 80s film.
Yeah.
It's so...
Wow.
like, all I remember is the terrible, terrible, terrible effects on it. But that... like, let's review that, please.
Was it Bob Hoskin?
Can we review that?
I've no
I'm
idea
down.
where it would live, but that would be a funny one to review.
On a VHS.
Just I don't know.
Maybe
We should collect some like oldie, old films
Some old
and
niche
to
films.
go Super Mario Brothers 1993. His name was Mario.
Oh, a 90s film.
His name was Mario in the film.
Mario.
Hey, it's me, Mario. Mario. So you have two Marios. His brother is Luigi Mario.
Mario second.
They literally,
It's Mario his surname.
literally, they're the
What?
only
Oh.
people with surnames in this entire list of people in this film are Mario and Luigi Mario. Everyone else has just got their first name. And that's it.
Very strange.
Can you tell we didn't like this film?
Yeah, we did not.
I'll put some more images up. Let's see if it. What did we think about? Let's go to probably the most over the top scene.
Oh,
the
wait.
most ridiculous scene. Oh, okay. What
Mhm.
do you think was the most ridiculous scene, Kyle?
The start of the film through to the end of the film.
No, pick a bit.
I think it has to be it's the CPR doll with the
Oh, okay.
with that.
No,
That to me
I-
is just wrong.
Josh?
Well, I feel like you're getting at the paintball gunfight.
I wasn't actually.
No?
I quite
That-
like that scene.
That I
As
actually thought was quite
ridiculousness.
funny. But
Yeah,
what
I'm.
it's
Oh.
Hoskins was drunk most of the time, apparently, according to Akers.
Make for a better film.
You can imagine why. We will give the film
We're
screams,
giving it out 5 screams.
out of 5 screams. This will come at the end of
Are they
the.
trying to wrap it? Are the chat trying to wrap this
The
up?
chat
Is that-
trying to
The
wrap
chat
this
like-
up.
We get it. You don't like it. Let's go. We're
Yeah.
done. We're
I
tired.
was gonna
Midweek.
say, the most ridiculous scene was them crossing the motorway.
Oh, that's from something else, is it
I-
not? That's just direct rip-off of something else. There's quite a lot of scenes. There's quite a lot of scenes in this film that are direct rip-offs of other things, just done worse.
Yeah.
That is one of them, because I know that's a thing from something else.
I mean, if you're gonna pay like homage to a film, do it, but do it good. Don't just rip it off and then make it shit. Sorry for my language, guys. Family friendly, but
I mean, you're talking about this film. You're not really going to get away with family friendly.
That's true.
It was R-rated.
Those kids aren't getting into this film.
Okay, here's a question. Yeah. It's R-rated. It's got 12-year-olds in it. Who was this aimed at?
That's a very good question.
It's
people on drugs.
I think it's because it's... Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, maybe the writer was tripping balls on acid when he had that napkin and he was writing the idea down.
I suspect they were probably stoned. This genuinely feels like an idea that someone had when they were stoned, which Seth Rogen makes sense. And they just wrote it down on a napkin and were like, yeah, that's a great idea.
Superbad, Pineapple Express.
Yeah, exactly.
It's literally that genre of film, but just let's make it with 12-year-olds.
I still think they could do this film, like, pretty well. I just think
there is a better version of this film. I don't know if there's a good film in this. Not with 12-year-olds, anyway. I think 12 is very young. 12 is very young.
It's too young.
Considering, like 14, maybe you'd get away with that.
Like, oh my god!
Take that off the screen, please. Thank you.
That
sums up the film, though.
There you go.
That scene is the most ridiculous scene. Like when Lucas goes flying into that man. But the best bit is like the only time I kind of related to the character at all is the fact that Thor and Max are both going bleh, bleh, and they notice his arm is just dangling. I was like, that's what I do all the time. I go, bleh.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So I was like, this is the only time I can relate to this. But I was it made me laugh. I was like, that's literally what I do.
For greater context, I've forgotten his name. He's Lucas. He is running away, trying to escape from these girls who they've been spying on and shenanigans.
And they stole the phone and
somehow
Molly, aka MDMA, aka ecstasy.
Somehow flips over a bin or something, goes side on into a postal van, dislocates his arm, and then it's hanging off somehow, which is not really how dislocated arms work, but never mind. And then, like, where did the extra skin come from to make his arm so long, please? Why is his arm a foot longer? Where did he dislocated his arm and also grew an extra foot of skin?
The best.
And then they have to pop it back in, and he ends up wearing a ball gag. Because they're like...
The adults let them walk off together.
Yeah, there's like an adult there, like, shall I call 911? And they're like, no, it's fine.
Let them walk off.
I mean, I know it's America, but come on.
No, but what I do love is the joke where it's like, do you have insurance? I haven't got insurance. Do you have insurance? Like...
Oh, God.
Like that I thought was...
depressing. Yeah.
Like a good kind of dig at the American healthcare system.
Okay, so talking of that, can I broach a subject with you, which is this film has a very weird attitude to like social causes, moral causes, and things like that. Like the insurance. So like the insurance thing, obviously just mocking the insurance thing, fine. But all the way through, there's this this constant running thing about consent. And I'm like,
that's
where
what
are you coming from?
That I'm here for. Like, if there's one good thing that came out of this film is that they are instilling in younger people that you need to get consent.
Yeah.
Like that I'm like.
But okay, so yes, I agree completely that it's a good thing. But I honestly was questioning whether they were for it or whether they were mocking the kind of SJW side of it, because it felt like it was walking a line, and I really wasn't sure whether it was taking the piss out of people who are becoming socially conscious, or if it was
it's basically taking the piss out of feminists, really.
Because
at the same time,
it was walking
but it goes
along.
hand in hand. It goes hand in hand with the moment with the like neighbors that they were spying on, with the droid thing. Like they refused to give back the droid, and like when they're having the phone call with the girls on one of the girls' stolen phone, she literally says, "I'm like, we were going to give it back. We're just teaching you a lesson to stop being a misogynist. Like, don't become a misogynist." So it kind of backs that up, but it kind of feels like that was put in place as like an insurance piece, so maybe they could toe the line with the whole consent thing.
Because
I think so.
I'm not 100% sure.
I mean, I liked it because it's putting it out there for younger audiences who are seeing it, but for a more
That seems
mature
like an
audience,
afterthought to me.
yeah. But it's kind of it's the whole film, because the fight, like when Max finally gets to kiss the girl, he says, "Can I kiss you?" Like I was like, that's kind of cute.
Why?
But then
Yeah,
he
that
jumps
was
through
fine.
three girls. He jumps through 3 girls in the space of 2 minutes. I'm like,
Why
this
did
boy
she
is
say
12.
yes? It would have been way more interesting if she had said no.
Because she had a crush on him. Like,
Yeah.
it's very late. Like,
I was
back
fine
in the
with
day.
that. I was fine with that. But I kind of think that if it had been so that it's a joke originally with the CPR sex doll, where it's just like you have to ask for consent. That's quite good. Like the first time it comes up, that's
That
quite
was really
funny.
good. That was
Yeah.
funny.
If they leave it
But
then and they just call it back at the end, then it works. But the constantly bringing it up, constantly, to the point where I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you thinking, writer? Because you're making
Wait.
a point here as a writer about it, and
Josh,
I'm not sure what it is.
Are there any female names within the producers?
Fuck no, I don't think so.
So then this is literally a misogynistic fuck you to feminism and to the Me Too movement and all of that. And Seth Rogen's part of it. Well played, Seth Rogen. You're a fucking misogynist.
I don't know, because Seth Rogen is. Is there any Kelly Conop? There's a couple. There's a couple of producers in there who are female.
Or yeah. Well, femme presenting names, shall we say? Because we shouldn't say.
What was it? It's like 2 to 8, something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Is that
8,
7,
9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 producers. 2 of them are women, or presenting.
But do you feel like? But for me, it feels like, oh, we need to add a woman in here so that we had women producers to back us up.
Well, it depends. It depends what that deal was, because you often get companies. So I think there were 3 production companies on this film. I noticed at the beginning, something like that. So if their owners
was one of them.
Universal just bought it, I would imagine, or they'd find.
No, Good Universe was the name of them.
There was good something, and there was another
Good
one.
Universe. I've said it 3 times.
Good Universe. Sorry, it was cutting out. You said I heard good.
It's
I didn't
alright.
hear Universe.
Yeah, no, Good Universe. I only remember that because do you ever watch the title cards for the production companies and go, how is this that name? Because it's like kids doing the sparklers, and it's called. I was like, what is? That's the only reason I remember it as Good Universe.
Yeah.
I was like, why are kids doing sparklers? How is that a Good Universe? Okay, cool. It's random.
No, it's just
Like Jerry
Probably
Bruckheimer,
made probably
like his
all
pictures,
film.
like
Was it a lightning tree? A tree getting hit by lightning, isn't it? Brockheimer.
yeah, like that is like standalone, but it's when images don't make sense to me
Hey, Matthew.
for them.
Welcome to
Hello.
this film review.
So to catch you up, Matthew, we do not like this film.
It's a bad film. Don't worry
It
about
has some funny moments in it. It's wrong. It's misogynist, and it takes the piss out of-
Watch the trailer. Watch the trailer, and then don't worry about it.
It's R-rated.
It's
so-
R-rated. Don't watch the trailer. Watch the Green Band. Watch the Green Band trailer, which will have nothing in it, because what is in the Green Band trailer for this film?
If that exists, that is.
Also, why have you got the Chinese version of? Is that
Yeah, I
Chinese or is
was
that
gonna
South
say.
Korean? That's
The
South
Lords.
Korean, isn't it?
Korean or
I think that's Korean. That looks Korean to me.
I don't know,
Chinese.
but I thought it was more interesting. So, well, we started with French, end with the Korean. There we go.
Love it.
Ending Koreans. ending careers, maybe.
I mean,
Hey Matt, they love
But
the film. Carl loves Ricky Gervais too, says Ackers.
oh, I love him so
Really
much.
sums it up.
I think he is like he is the nation's sweetheart. He's an actual B word. I don't like
Should
him.
we give this film a rating then?
Oh my god, yeah. 2 screams for me. 2 out of 5
Oh, do you
screams.
know, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, hold on. Out of 5. Can we do it out of 10 instead?
Out of 10. Well, you'd have an
Yeah.
out of 10, wouldn't you, though, from that? Because maths.
No, I know, but just so we've got more. No, I know, but just so we've got more range.
If you want to.
Yeah, I think we should do it out of 10.
Well, I like 5, but whatever. Ben chose the film so he can choose the rating. Fine. 10. 2 out of 10 still.
2 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, that's what I was. I was thinking 2 out of 10. So
I
Josh?
would say I'm gonna go 3.
okay.
I wouldn't mind. You annihilated this film more than I did. I annihilated Ricky Gervais, and he's not even involved.
As
Okay,
I say,
Kyle, what
getting
rating
a
do
film
you
made really difficult.
Oh, do you know what? The thing is so I had to study The Office, and then I had to study Absolutely Fabulous. Now, honey, I've got so much time for Absolutely Fabulous. It's a feminist, and what's ironic, it's a feminist comedy, which was made back in the 90s, which is mind blowing. But that literally rips the shit out of women, who are that way, which is quite funny. But that compared to The Office,
AdFab is
and then
legendary.
it
says
just
Ackers,
made The
yes, it
Office
is.
look even worse. So The Office gets literally 0.1 screen. It's
Matthew says
muffled with
he-
chloroform and not happening. Ackers,
he
AdFab
says-
is legendary. Yes, Ackers.
I think we.
Sorry.
Matthew
I
says
would
the
agree.
trailer doesn't look very good, and it's 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10. So it goes with Josh.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not. It's not a good film.
Jim,
Is there any
you
other?
owe me £8 and 90 minutes of my life back, please. I want a refund.
Thanks, Jim.
Okay, let me just run through my notes to see if there's any things that I've missed here that I want to go on about, because there's.
I mean, I did.
Oh, do you know what?
Don't get me wrong. I giggled, and it allows you to escape. But it's just in terms of
Yeah,
depth
I would say that I did
and-
laugh.
Yeah,
There is a part that I don't want to go over now, but there was a part that I did find very funny just before the paintballing bit, which I did find I laughed out loud.
what was that?
the Lucas bit.
Yeah, I think so. And you see.
Oh, was it?
Oh, I didn't say that because basically Lucas is taller and looks a bit
Oh,
older
right.
than that bit.
Yeah, that was alright.
Yeah. He goes. It's just when he goes. Lucas can get away with it because he looks like he's from college, and it's like he's literally just 4 more inches taller than you. And then later on, the drug dealer goes,
I wasn't
"Hey, aren't you in
referring
my?" Oh, what were
I
you
was
referring
referring
to?
something that I can't say it because it is a little rude right now. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, there were some...
What to do with the relocating the arm? Is that what you were talking
No,
about? or-
During when the paintball scene,
Right.
it's when they're on the couch. But anyway,
Say it, Ben.
Just say it.
no.
I wouldn't mind. I just said this: a 12-year-old kissed a CPR doll that had jizz in its mouth and a pube.
We're all the way in bed. It's
See,
too
Carl,
late.
You get away with saying it. Well, I'm not going to say it.
I want to know what it is. What the hell?
So,
I don't remember
I
this.
don't-
Wait,
Just say it.
I
What is it?
don't-
wait. What?
Everyone in the chat, come on, pressure Ben. Peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
Come on.
I'm gonna have to find the film here and find out what it was.
CP cup.
Sippy
CP cup.
I was speaking up, yeah.
Oh no.
Maybe that was a funny bit where they're like, oh, he comes up with some sick burns, and he's like, oh, what are you, a sippy cup? I was like, stop it. This is just stupid now. Oh, God. Sippy cup. Sippy cup. Come on, Ben.
What about the end scene then? I mean, it was in the
Oh.
trailer. I think it was.
Oh,
in
my
the
God, the
trailer.
sex swing.
Hmm.
It's just the fact that, like, guys, meet me in my parents' room in 5 minutes. And he literally started texting me like this. You know what? No, oh, I had to give a shout out though to the girl who plays the sister, and it's like it does like the jump cut, and she's just there. She goes, "That's for sexing."
The very false jump cut.
But it's the creepy like, "That's for sexing." And then the boys go, "Oh," and then that's the end of the film.
So we can sum it up that we had a few chuckles, but
I
that was
think
We are not screaming about it. We were muffled with chloroform and had a giggle whilst having the high. That's about it. That's how I can describe it.
I'm still trying to find out what this thing is that Ben's talking about.
Yeah, right. I have no idea what he's on about, and I literally watched that scene just now when I woke up.
Yeah.
So I'm very confused as to what you're
You'll
talking
never
about.
find out.
I'm just looking back
bought
to the
this
scene.
film, so I'm going to be watching it again just specifically, and I'm going to come on stream on Sunday
Josh,
this
it's
week.
just dialogue. It's not like a.
What's so bad about it? Because the only thing, he says, "I just killed a man," and that's the only thing in there that I can see. Lucas
Ooh,
says.
I wouldn't say that. You're right. That's the bit I wouldn't say. I wouldn't. Oof, God, killer man. Ooh. Easy now.
What is whatever? Right.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
Ben's not going to be here on Sunday. We're streaming on Sunday. So I'm going to watch the film and I'm going to say what he was too afraid to say, because even though Ben voted for this film and I didn't, and I watched this film, I'm
going to be there, Kyle. Someone's got to look at the chat.
That's true. From afar.
Oh yeah, wait. Yeah. Shall we inform them what we're doing? Shall we give them a little brief rundown?
It's on the schedule.
Well, let's explain. Let's go through it now quickly.
Real quick one. So we're going to be so Mr. Ben is staycating, should I say? Staycating this weekend. So
not really staycating. Wouldn't I be at home if I was staycating?
No, staycation is you stay in the same country but you go on holiday.
Okay.
Staycation. It's going on a staycation. So Josh and I will be visually here. I, however, will be visually impaired because I'm going to be blindfolded, and I'm going to describe to Joshua an image in my head and see if he can create it in Blender. And I'm going to be blindfolded so that I can't see and be like, no, that's wrong, it needs to be this. So we're going to see what happens there.
You can't see what happens anyway.
Yep.
That's true. That's true. So it's doubly
but
safe.
It's just for the visual.
Doubly
it's for
safe.
the visual. It's for the stream. Yeah.
The stream.
Yeah.
But so I'm not going to actually. What the thing is I'm Josh and Josh is going to be busy blending. I'm going to be blindfolded. So suggestions in the chat. Just do it in capital letters so it gets Josh's attention. Or Ben, heck, Josh. But yeah. So it's going to be a fun one. I'm excited.
Yeah, I think it will be. It'll be interesting. It'll be really interesting. And this is Sunday, not Saturday, by the way, folks. Sunday, not Saturday. 8 p.m. Sunday.
Yeah.
I need to
Nothing on Saturday this week.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't watch this film. It's a bad film. If you want to know what's good about this film, watch the trailer.
Let's change language. There we go.
Can I actually? Well, before anyone in the chat, do you guys suggest a film that you would like for us to review in 2 weeks' time? If guys you guys do a suggestion of a film that maybe you haven't seen and don't want to run the risk of seeing without, a Post Sanity Screaming. But yeah. Although I kind of want to go and see Tenet, and I think we should do a Tenet one.
1,000,000% up for that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
let's go.
Because I'm hopefully might be going with work on Friday to the cinema. So I'm hoping that.
When is Tenet out?
It's Tenet. It's out this week already, I think.
Because it's the releases.
But Christopher Nolan films I'm here for all the time. Oh my god, it's the 10-year anniversary of Inception as well.
Is it really?
Can we do an Inception review?
26th of August in the UK. Tenet is out.
Ooh.
That's next week.
That is next week.
Yeah.
Maybe when Ben's come back from his journey away.
I love
we
it.
shall
Matthew
review.
Jeffrey said Breaking Bad. We're not reviewing a whole series,
Breaking
doll.
Bad. Oh my goodness.
Yes, we could.
We could review it. It's great.
We can do it. Just
Breaking
yeah,
Bad
there you go,
is
Matthew.
great.
You review.
Watch Breaking Bad.
Well, it's, actually,
Don't watch
I
Good
have watched
Boys.
it 3
Watch
times.
Breaking Bad.
I've watched it 3 times, and you know it is
The
quite
whole
slow,
series,
but-
like all of them,
Yep.
3 times.
Yeah.
I binged them all until like maybe 6 episodes before the end of the final series, and I stopped watching it because I got bored.
After how long?
So there's 5 series. I binged all 4,
Yeah,
like all 4 series. Started the 5th, and then because I watched
quite a
it
strange
like
place to
literally,
start.
right? But it's because I watched them back to back to back. Like I was binging it. Like
The
I,
5th series, there's got some great bits in it.
yeah, but I got
I
bored.
mean,
You just
I
oversaturated
thought
yourself
you-
with it.
Yeah,
yeah.
I got bored with it.
I don't binge that way.
Yeah, because that's like 50
I-
hours of.
That's too
That's
much.
like 50 or 60 hours of TV.
yeah, and I watched it over like a week.
That's a lot.
Oh.
That is a lot.
I
in
was
a
not
week.
working at the time, guys. Let's just say that it was fun employment line for me. But
That is a
I think
lot
that
of. That's a lot of stuff.
just after uni.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I've never actually finished it, and they might be coming back with a new series, anyways.
Really?
Supposedly there was rumors.
There. I mean,
How are they gonna
I think it's
they
one of those
pull
series
out
they like to
film?
have lots of rumors about. I'd never actually watched.
Or
the
they're
film.
doing a film about it, maybe. Yeah, I
There
think
was
it
a
might be
film, yeah.
El Camino's come out.
Yeah, and there was also
I've seen it, yeah.
Better Call Saul, which I've not watched.
Better Call
Which
Saul,
Janet Meggs
is,
just said.
which is really good.
I haven't
Almost
watched Better Call Saul.
as good as Breaking Bad.
I haven't
Wow.
watched it.
It's completely different, but it is one of
Oh!
my favourites.
I want to definitely review when it comes out. It's not till September, I think, on Netflix. There's that Tom Holland. I can't remember what it's called, but the Tom Holland and Robert Pattinson film. That looks like it's
yeah.
going to be artistic, as well as like a really good film with like great talent in it. So I really want to watch that.
What about 1917? We should review that as well. Although I suppose that's just it was one shot or faked one shot.
One shot is all it takes.
So one shot.
Carl,
is
you
all
haven't seen it, have you?
Nope.
Ah,
Ooh.
that might be a good one. Do you know what? It would be, I wonder if we should do like a technical review of something like that. Maybe that would be interesting. Like talk about how they did it,
Yeah.
not just what it is. Talk about how
Yeah,
it
that'd
is.
be good.
Because then Mandalorian with a technical breakdown would be really cool.
Then you
How
have to
do we feel
rewatch
about this?
Mandalorian.
Oh.
Yeah, but you have to rewatch it.
I'll rewatch
Why?
Mandalorian.
Because
I don't mind.
Ben, I'm pretty sure, like, when we were discussing what we can do in case of emergency, I was like, we can talk about the Mandalorian. You're like, I haven't seen it for a while, so I'm not sure how good I'll be with that.
Yeah, if I was going to talk about it, I'd have to rewatch it. I mean, I
Yeah,
can,
that's what I said. Oh.
Yeah.
1917 is just a slightly longer version of Tash, like I said.
There's less shots in
Oh, that's
1917
funny.
than there are in Tash, so I would argue
Matthew,
that.
Matthew said review Dunkirk.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We could do a
war theme.
war-themed thing. They're very they're not, well, obviously they're not similar, but they're of an ilk. I feel like the big kind of war experience movie that you should really watch in a cinema.
1 second, I'll be right back. Okay. One
Yeah,
second.
sure.
He's gone right now. What did you really think?
I mean, should we just end the stream right now?
Shoot it! Should we bugger off? No, let's not bugger off. Any suggestions? So we've got. We're not going to do series. We want films.
Yeah.
Basically, we've got 1917 and Dunkirk. Do you want to do 1917 or Dunkirk?
Is that the question to the chat? Or
Well,
is
there is
that
a question to you. Do you want to do 1917 or Dunkirk as a thing? Titanic, says Matt. I mean, again, another like massive technical breakdown film.
I think a technical breakdown of 1917. Oh, can we watch the film on the stream?
We can't.
If we're
We
talking about it?
can't watch the film straight up. We could probably pull stills
We
and
could
talk
have
about it.
clips.
Yeah, I've seen people
could
do
probably
watch-alongs and
have
things like that.
Yeah.
But obviously, you can't just straight up watch the film because that would be very illegal.
No, but if you had it, yeah, I think you could have clips, and as long as you were talking over it.
Yeah, I think we can probably refer to because there's a bunch of like YouTube behind the scenes stuff. We could probably just get together a bunch of behind-the-scenes things and talk about it that way, just in stills and stuff. The Room, says Janet makes. 100% we're going to do The Room at some point, because we can't not do The Room. The Room is too good not to do.
Is Lou Brake a film as well? Wow, that sounds like an interesting film.
Lou Brake. Isn't that like isn't that a person? Don't they own a shop?
Matthew, the next stream is Sunday at 8 o'clock.
Sunday, 8 o'clock is the next stream. We'll be doing Blind Blender, where Kyle describes an object he's thinking about to me without being able to see what I'm making, and we try and make. I try and model this thing based on his descriptions. Should be interesting. And Ben may or may not join in from Cornwall.
I'm gonna try.
Well, depending on technicals.
Well, I think as long as I have the camera off, I think I should be fine.
We will see how much Ben. We might be able to get Ben in fully on the camera or like
The Room.
Yeah, 100%. We want to do The Room.
Yes,
Got to do The Room.
definitely.
We should do The Room and
so.
Disaster Artist as a duo,
That's a good idea. Yeah.
because that would be fun.
Ooh.
I think. Well, just a short review. I like the Disaster Artist. I think it's a good film.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that.
Disaster
Really?
Artist.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's about The Room.
Yeah, it's the filming of The Room.
It's a film, and it's a film about the film, about the making of the film.
So
When did
basically,
it come out? 2 or 3
it's
years
kind
ago?
of like Shotgun Mike in Assyria, basically.
Well, apart from one Disaster Artist was done a long time after The Room.
Yeah, I mean, if
went down
it
at the
was
same
Shotgun
time.
Mike and then a film about the making of Shotgun Mike, that's more like it.
Like in 20 years.
Yes, Akers, I'm here for the fudge as well. Ben, we want fudge.
Oh,
I
yes.
even see-
I shall bring some back.
Oh yeah, fudge.
Fudge. I will bring you all back fudge.
You're gonna bring back a pasty.
Pasty and fudge. A pasty for Josh? Josh, what pasty do you want? It'll be a bit cold, but which one do you want?
Clearly a
Maybe a
Cornish,
bit mouldy as well.
She's clearly a Cornish pasty.
Cornish?
Why?
You want a Cornish
choice.
pasty, my lover?
Why would I want anything other than a Cornish pasty from Cornwall? This seems like a complete waste.
I have steak and Stilton.
It's
then
a Cornish
again-
pasty from Cornwall. What are we saying?
No,
What are
no,
we saying?
I
What's
agree.
going on?
It's a good choice.
What's going on?
I'm not being funny. Josh, you could just go to correct.
Yeah, I know. And also, have you been to those?
They
I mean,
taste
we
good down
we are
there.
well off topic now, but have you been to those pasty shops at stations? What are they called? Are they the Cornish Pasty Company? I think they are.
Yeah, literally, it's the Cornish
Yeah.
pasta company.
Those are banging. Those are great. I love those.
I wouldn't mind. The one that's in like
in Cornwall.
Charing Cross is like £5 for a freaking pasty. I'm like, get out.
They are really expensive,
Boy.
but very nice.
Well, you can see them being made in Cornwall, so
Yeah.
you know, pretty fresh.
I don't know.
Oh my god, it's like lemon glazed sauce.
How many lemon glazed holes out of 10?
That's what we should do. That actually.
10 glazed
Oh,
holes.
that really fits this film, doesn't it?
Mate. Maybe.
But the problem is, lemon glazed holes are phenomenal, as we all agree. So even just one lemon glazed hole, that's given like anything something really. This film does not deserve one lemon glazed hole.
Oh, that's true.
Maybe just a hole.
If there's genuine compensation,
No, not even a hole. Like
some
nah.
dust, some sugar
an
dust.
empty box. It deserves an empty Krispy Kreme box. So it's like you go to it thinking there's going to be something in it, and then you're like so disappointed that there's nothing in it. That's what this film is.
Should we leave it there?
So in
There we
summary,
So wait,
Great film.
what are we
Terrible.
reviewing next time?
Oh, yes.
Are we doing The Room?
do you want to do The Room and or Disaster Artist duo? Shall we do The Room and Disaster Artist? Because what combination?
Yeah.
What combination?
Yeah,
Room
sounds
and
good.
Disaster Artist.
And
That's our next
also, I'm going to watch Booksmart, and then on Sunday, I'm going to annihilate Ben when he's not here
Oh, yeah.
and say how good Booksmart
What
blatantly
are
was.
you on about?
If I have
So
time,
we're
I
not
will
going to be
watch Booksmart.
on screen. Maybe or maybe not. We're not sure.
Yeah,
We'll see what's technically possible. From Cornwall.
Janet makes let's
might
not
be
review
better
films,
for
let's review pasties.
Let's review pasties. I'm up for that.
Oh,
Do you know what? Maybe that's
Yeah,
Ben's
good
segment
idea.
on Sunday as he comes in to review Cornish pasties.
Oh, I shall do that.
Pasties
And
his
then
hat.
I
Okay,
get
I'm
back
gonna
to you
do
in the
that.
studio. Wait, can you do the delay
Yeah.
as well when you're like, yes, thank you, Kyle. I'm here in Cornwall at Padstow Beach. Hi,
Do
guys.
I need to
Yeah.
take
And
the
I-
pasties?
Gonna do an
Okay, I'll
outside
take them off.
broadcast.
yes. Yes.
Josh, can you get me some lower thirds? So...
I could as well, you know.
Okay. Oh, that would be great.
Ben
Reporting from Cornwall.
reviews reporting from Cornwall. It's Ben and his pasties.
Over to you, Ben.
I'm gonna do that.
But like, it's the. Yes, thank you. So here I am. That is the delay that I live for. Why? God.
It's just like when we start the live stream. Oh, that was funny.
People bursting into my live stream. Rude.
I know. How rude of them. God. Oh, I've just.
Oh, I did hear that. Yeah, it's like my delays, but it's because my screen doesn't show it, and then I have to wait for Josh to literally say "go" for me to ding.
That's true.
It's all good.
It is the
But
delay.
Josh, being the professional, he just kind of goes because he doesn't want to make a sound. And he's like, I'm like,
He does.
It's the comedy.
You hear on the YouTube
It's the
videos,
comedy.
when you hear it back, it's just Josh going. It's going, "Hey, live."
Well, do you know why I do that? It's because I have to fade up the mics. It's because I can't press a button and fade up the mics at the same time because I have to use the mouse. So I go, "Hey," so that I could test, so I could look to see if the levels are working on the microphone to see if we're actually on, and then transition into the scene and then put you guys up as well. So that's trade secrets for you there, because of the Mr. Mute incident at the beginning.
Mr. Mew.
On the first stream.
Oh, Mr.
I now,
Memories.
yes, there are things that I do now to make sure that I'm actually can be heard and I'm not just muted. Anyway,
Matthew is offering to help me as well.
Is
so
he?
We might have a guest.
oh,
Yes.
can you just bring in people to like your outside broadcast and be like, and how do you feel about this one, sir?
Although, can I just say, I'm going to be blindfolded, guys, so I hope that you are all blind aware and how to audio describe things.
It tasted
Kyle,
good.
You've got a tash. You're wearing a tash right now.
I'll give you the one, bar.
Right.
Ha ha ha.
Right. Shall we stop the waffle?
Yes, let's.
We've
Okay.
been going.
Rhubarb, rhubarb,
I
rhubarb,
feel like we
rhubarb,
started wrapping this
rhubarb.
up about half an hour ago, and we're still going. So there you are.
Yeah.
How fun.
There we go. First review done.
First review. What a start.
2 screens out of 10.
Two screens out of 10.
Well,
2
it's
to
like
3.
2.5 because the 3 ratings that you gave.
2.5 or like 2.2 and a third, something like that. It's not good, but it's guys.
2 and a third.
Guys, this isn't a good film. Don't watch it. If you want to watch a good
I
film
think-
that's like this film but is actually good, go watch
Superbad.
Son of Rambo or Superbad or something like that has similar ideas, similar themes, but is actually good. There are really
Son
good.
of Rambo.
There are really good coming of age films out there, and this ain't one of them. Nor is it particularly funny with its edgy edgelord humor. It's just bad.
It's like it toes the line and then jumps over it and goes, fuck y'all.
I don't.
Sorry
To
for
be
the
honest,
language.
I don't even know if it toes the line. To be honest, it's doing the fucking line.
It's fucking the line.
It's still like.
Yeah.
It's doing the line.
Love when you stab that pimp. God's sake.
It's not a good film. Don't watch this film. What if you want to see the best bits of this film? Watch the trailer. That's the best bits of this film.
Yeah.
Or go and watch something
Good
else.
trailer.
Do watch The Room / The Disaster Artist for next time, because
And
what a combination! Oh hi, Mark.
also Saturday, watch out for Josh's trailer.
Watch out for
Ooh.
yes on
Check our YouTube
Post
channel.
Sanity YouTube this coming Saturday at some point in the day, depending on when I finish it. Will be depending on when I finish it. Will be
So late.
the trailer
12
for
o'clock.
Other, my documentary about my cousin George, who has muscular dystrophy and also ran in the election last year. And yes, I went out and I filmed a bunch of stuff to do with disability, to do with elections, to do with social things, politics things. So if you're into any of those kind of things, or if you just want to learn something about something you didn't know, you'll watch the documentary when that comes out. But until then, you'll watch the trailer this Saturday, whenever it is that I finish the trailer this Saturday.
That is the way to advertise on Post Sanity from now on. You can watch when it comes out. You can watch that, but until then,
Watch the trailer. Hey, if you want to see if you want to watch a great improvised comedy that's really funny and stuff, you'll watch it when it comes out. Shotgun Mike. Until then, watch the trailer on Post Sanity. And if you want to watch a sci-fi film,
Very true.
a sci-fi film about some people on a planet with a monster, you can watch that on Post Sanity channel when it comes out. But until then, monster. You can watch the trailer on Post Sanity channel. Asteria and Shotgun Mike trailers on the channel.
How long are we going to plug? How long are we going to be plugging these 3 trailers? They're the only things that are truly on our YouTube, apart from the streams.
Hey, Tash will go onto the YouTube at some point.
It will go on.
So you'll be able to watch that.
That's a full film.
That is
even
a full
though it's
film.
shorter than the trailers.
It is, yeah. It is, yeah.
That's the ironic thing.
Yeah. No, it won't. It'll be considerably less time before this documentary series comes out than the films. I kind of suspect, because that'll be this year definitely. The films. We don't know. We will find out.
We never know when it comes to Josh and Ben production.
They will be out at some point. But this documentary will be out sooner.
That's what we're looking for.
Trust me, guys, as the producer of the film, I'm just as desperate as you are. You know.
Hey, we're pretty desperate. It's just you get it. You do it right, and you don't make a bad film. Good boys.
The ultimate state of the snooze. We'll cough.
Right, we really should wrap this up now. Okay.
Stuff to do.
Thank you for joining
Ciao for now,
us.
love y'all. Peace out.
Yes.
Goodbye. We will
Thanks for
see you
joining
on
me.
Sunday.
Thanks for the comments.
Wait. Ready?
He's gonna ding us out.
Ding.
It never. Oh, okay. Just. Great.
That's why I say it now. I don't bother doing it.
Okay.
Joshua, can you say we're clear when we're clear?
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.